So today we will be talking about ArcGIS for real-time situational awareness. So real-time GIS and situational awareness gives us the ability to simultaneously integrate, analyze, and display data from various sources. And in current times, this brings value add to many organizations. It can be government or private by providing insight about what's happening around, and decision makers gain clarity from location intelligence, whether they need to react to some incidents or coordinate with specific team. So what is situational awareness and why it is important? It is to help us understand the potential impact of our critical assets and people. And it also helps us to analyze on real time how intensive these incidents are and act on it. Monitoring of changing conditions are very critical, and as it rapidly happens, so we need to have a track on these incidents which is happening. So that understanding will bring value add on your decision making. So through real-time sources and field staff, you get to understand these conditions, what is happening. And using integrated mobile applications, you can access this information on real time and understand or assess the situation, what is there. And field crew will be able to report these incidents or give updates by clicking pictures. So it's an integrated work what we have to do. Also, we would need to get some data sources on the incidents, which will help us to get this real-time information on board. Situational awareness workflow also helps to take informed decisions, react to specific incidents, and act upon critical incidents at right time. And it makes us aware that what is happening around on a specific location and how you have to act to that specific incident on the right time. Why we need a real-time information? Because it is critical that we get information on right time to be aware of it and to act upon it. Hence, real-time location intelligence is needed. That's why GIS, which provides this location intelligence along with incident information nearby our critical assets. And this can be used for changing conditions rapidly if it is disasters or other incidents like accidents, agitations, crime, whatever type of incident it is. It will help us to understand and create an awareness about it and allows us to act on it. And we would need to track our resources on the field on real time to make proactive decisions. So for this, we would require data. From where data comes, it is very critical, and we get right data on real time. That is also very important. Once we have data, then would need set of applications to analyze and create a decision or take a decision and act upon it. It can be a mobile application or a web-based application, so we would need applications also. And these apps will have specific workflows following a set of rules that is set to the organization. Hence, it is a tailored experience what we need for a complete solution on situational awareness. From data point of view, we get a lot of information which is already available in ArcGIS content. ArcGIS content is an integral part of ArcGIS system. It is ready to use content. Thousands of layers including base maps and imagery and more that cover our Earth globally. And this content from public sources is curated by Esri and made available to you as a GIS ready content that you can access and integrate to your own work. This includes live datasets like weather feeds, disasters, which can be integrated to your situational awareness workflows. Not just these ISRI provided content, but we would also need some live datasets like incidents that can be available through many of our partners. Today in my session, I'll be discussing about one such data sources. There are many data providers who provide incident reports on a real time. And it also provides us the ability to do sentiment analysis or stability analytics to create awareness and create indices on that. It is all machine learning based or AI based outputs which is coming in. So there are many such data providers, and many of our partners, ISRI partners, also provide these kind of data sets. So this can be integrated to this situational awareness workflows generally what we have. And there are different real-time GIS scenarios we need to work upon. There are stationary sensors, so whether it is a weather sensor that will be stationary in nature, but the dynamic data comes in and you have to ingest these real-time information into GIS for completing your workflow and doing an analytics on it or do an actuation on it. There will be assets which is moving on ground. It can be vehicles, your field staff who is moving around when a specific incident reports, and you need to work upon that specific live feed which is coming from different sources. Maybe some of your vendors will be providing these kind of live data sources that need to be integrated into your workflows. So we have stationary locations with dynamic data sets and live location changes which is happening on rapid times. Also, there will be incidents. So the example which I mentioned earlier, a crime or an accident or a strike or agitation or a natural disaster which randomly occurs, and that also needs to be monitored. So it can be a social media feed, it can be a data provider who provides you this live data. So all these three scenarios would need to be integrated together to create a situational awareness workflow on real time. And for which ISRI is providing two different components. One is an on-premise offering using ArcGIS Enterprise, which is called Geo Event Server, and a SaaS model which is on ArcGIS Online called ArcGIS Velocity. This allows us to ingest voluminous data into GIS system. There are out-of-box connectors to connect to these real-time feeds which is coming in, whether it is stationary or moving objects. And these data may come in different formats. It can be a JSON, GeoJSON, XML, REST endpoint, WebSockets, TCP sockets. So these out-of-box connectors are available already, which can be used to subscribe to that feed and get this data on board. Also, the system or GeoEvent server or Velocity allows you to do a lot of real-time analytics. It can be filtering or setting up a specific criteria. When that criteria met, you may have to create a workflow to act on it, which is on actuation side. So you would need a lot of filters and processes, and these two components also have out-of-box filters and processes available inbuilt. And this allows you to enrich your data with your existing asset information, geotagging of your incidents which is coming in, and enrich your asset details to it. In today's session, I will be covering one of such examples using GeoEvent Server. ArcGIS Velocity also allows you to do big data analytics. Once such voluminous data is ingested into ArcGIS system, you would need to analyze it further. You may have to recreate tracks when a cyclone happens or when a specific crime happens. You may have to track a set of assets which will help you to do recreating that tracks and recreate such scenarios. You may have to do density analysis. You may have to do clustering of such huge volume of data to derive pattern out of it. So big data analytics combined with this real time is also possible with these components. And it also helps you to disseminate this information to various sources. It can be web applications, it can be mobile applications, can be alerting mechanism like SMS or email. And it also allows you to configure geofences. It can be static or dynamic geofences across your area of work, or maybe if you have assets across the country, you may have to have geofences, dynamic geofences nearby or around your assets. So that will help you to synchronize with your geofence and create specific criteria. Once such criteria are met, then the system will give you alert. So all these real-time visualization and analytical workflows are possible using either GeoEvent Server, whether you're looking for an on-prem model of deployment, or if you are looking for a SaaS model, then definitely TSRI's RGS Online with RGS Velocity will help you to do that. So on situational awareness specific workflows, real-time visualization analytic will happen using these two components. And this helps you to configure specific workflows. So I am taking an example of GeoEvent Server. You get a raw data from a specific data provider. It can be, and so if I quote an example, Dataminr, GeoSpark, there are many such data providers globally who provide they provide incident data, and you can subscribe to those feeds and onboard this raw data into your system. And this will help you to enrich that information along with your asset details. If it is the static information which is coming from rain gauges or environmental sensors, the location will be static. So you already will have these set of services which is placed in your GIS environment. It can be on RGS Online or RGS Enterprise or any GIS platform. And that can be enriched, that geometry can be enriched with the real-time information which is coming from the real-time feed. And once specific criteria met, it can create alerts. So the logic can be set in the workflow, and this system will help you to get an alert onboarded to mobile application or to the dashboard or to the web application according to your workflow of the organization. So in the demonstration, the specific demonstration, I will be showcasing how GeoEvent Server is being utilized to subscribe to a specific live event and how you can perform a situational awareness on top of this. And by integrating these data sources, we would need various application components to be integrated to have a situational awareness solution. So many such applications are tailored in this specific demo, which I will be showcasing you today. One among them is operational dashboard. I believe most of you are aware about operational dashboards and how operational dashboards are helping us in different situations. So dashboards have become almost an essential element of GIS in so many organizations because they provide dynamic, real-time visual reporting about any subject. Dashboards have been embraced by our users to be able to provide at a glance information. We are working on additional functionality for dashboards such as new table visualization, ability to have dashboards natively implemented on mobile devices. This means that people will be able to look at their favorite dashboards anywhere, anytime, and on any device. So mobile adaptability is one key thing which we are working on. And Experience Builder is one way of integrating these dashboards, which will help you to bring in this dashboard into a mobile adaptive environment. Not just monitoring, we would also need to explore these voluminous data sets which is coming in. So our work is interactive visual analytics and is largely organized in a product we call ArcGIS Insights. So this is very easy to learn tool that works in both web and desktop environments. It allows people to access lots of information data around their organization, perform exploratory visual analytics and advanced analytics, and generate interactive reports. These popular tools are rapidly expanding and empowering spatial analysts as data exploratory workbench. So in the current exercise, I have used ArcGIS Insights to explore these incidents which is coming in real time and get some insights about it. So I will be showcasing this specific component also. ArcGIS supports field operations, and in situational awareness, field operations are very critical, as I mentioned in my first slide, and which helps for data collection or inspections or getting real-time situations from the field. And RGI supports this field operations and data collection through a suite of field apps that location enabled in all aspects of field work. The biggest innovation that we introduced last year was RGS Field Maps app that brought together the capabilities of many individual apps for collecting data, updating data in the field, tracking mobile workers, and being able to access service-based visualization tools. It is also introduced the ability to create markups on top of maps and share them with peers in the field or send them back to the office. RJS also offers specialized data collection tools like Survey123 and Quick Capture. All of these apps come together to provide operational awareness for people in the office who are supporting their co-workers in the field. Today, in the situational awareness workflow, I have utilized Survey123 as a survey app, which can be embedded into your operational dashboard, web applications, or directly from mobile application. Also, people will be able to use these specific survey and update specific incident statuses, etc. And RJS Hub, which is a SaaS offering coming through RJS Online, which has a lot of extensions. So RJS Hub is one of these extensions of RJS Online, which is an engagement and collaboration platform that organizes initiatives, teams, and activities, which enables organizations to work more effectively with citizens or with other organizations in their community. RJS Hub also provides a framework for organizing people, data, apps, events, analysis, and activities associated with initiatives to help with the team management. So new capabilities that RJS Hub now includes ready-to-use templates for common community-based initiatives to help you get up and running quickly with a specific solution. So a lot of innovations are happening on this, and a lot of organizations use RJS Hub. Situation awareness specific workflows, I have used RJS Hub to tailor a lot of such applications together using RJS. Last but not the least, RJS solutions are another important component of ArcGIS. They are pre-configured industry-specific maps and apps that you can deploy and use as is or configure to meet specific needs of your organization has. RGIS solutions support so many industries, and they are having a big impact, helping organizations realize huge value of their GIS investment right away. The most frequently deployed RGIS solutions over past year include the coronavirus related solutions for business continuity, pandemic response, vaccine distribution, state and local government, emergency management, and public safety, utility, and defense. RGS solutions are completely supported just like other software products, and they are included with RGS Online and Enterprise at no extra cost. In this session, I would like to bring to your notice about a situation awareness solution template as well. This is a collection of maps and apps used by emergency management staff to understand an incident or an event and allocate response resources and communicate to status. So with this, let me move ahead and take you directly to the demo. So this is an RGIS Hub application which I was mentioning, wherein I have tailored many different applications, including dashboards, web applications, survey, etc. Also, I will be taking you to the GeoEvent server configurations, how I could onboard the incident live data into RGIS system, perform a specific analytics, use that in my different applications. So this specific RGIS Hub application helps you to see a overall dashboard where how many assets are potentially impacted in last 7 days, how many employees are potentially impacted, which these employees are part of our assets, and potentially impacted assets by states if you want to see the infographics, and how the trend has been over last 7 days. And you can also see as incident assets by types. So there are schools, hospitals, court, colleges, hotels, banks, embassies, police stations. There are many assets. So as an organization, if you are a private organization, you have specific set of facilities which needs to be monitored. You can bring those asset information live with RJ's set of components, and you can incorporate the live data coming in from different sources and integrate that with your asset information. Also, RJS Hub allow you to assign specific tasks, set of tasks who are to the officials who are live. So, for example, I have configured set of my peers. You can see, so they will be able to contact along with me, and in specific set of incidents. So you can configure such workflows wherein work assignments can also happen, and you can also find a specific hub site which is publicly faced to understand whom you should contact and how you should interact with them. Let me directly take you to an operational dashboard which helped me to understand how many assets are potentially impacted, how many total number of incidents have reported over a period of time, and it also helps you to understand the stability score for the state or a specific country if you are looking. So in this current scenario, I have taken the stability score for India for last 7 days, and it is showing me 56. And across, you can see type of incidents which are reported: conflict, terrorism related, transportation related, health related. A huge spike you can see on the crime and health related. All other incidents are little less. So all these kind of incidents you will be able to monitor, and you will be able to interact with this specific set of incidents along with your assets. Also, you will be able to understand which are the state which reported with n number of incidents. So in last 7 days, Maharashtra, Delhi, and UP have reported maximum number of incidents. And on an average, so this live feed is coming from a data partner or a solution partner called GeoSpark, who is an ECD partner, and they provided us with this incident data, which is a live data, and you can subscribe to their feed and onboard this real-time information. I will be showcasing you how I have configured this specific workflow. They also provide, along with the incident, they also provide sentimental analysis for each incident. So on an average, I have a sentimental score for 10 on a positive side, and a negative sentiments minus 1.9 for the country in last 7 days. So it is on an average. If you select a specific incident, you will be able to understand that specific incident's information and stability scores accordingly. Now, let me move ahead and show you how Geo Event Manager or Geo Event Server helped me to integrate this incident detection workflow. So you can see I have configured a Geo Event service called incident detection, and I have live data coming in from GeoSpark. So this is the Geo Event Server Manager where my live GeoSpark incidents are running. I have used this specific workflow to geotag these incidents along with my assets, critical assets, and I have all these yellow boxes are different out-of-box filters and processors available. So you have input connector, you have output connector, you have choice, you have filter, and you have processor. These are the elements available, and you will be able to create a specific workflow to run an analytic using Geo Event Server. Here I have used the GeoSpark feed, and I have done a geotagger processor, and I have configured that to filter my incidents, which is only related to my assets, and I'm enriching that along with my critical asset information and disseminating that information back to my web application. And hence, I'm getting this feature service enriched with the incident information along with my asset information. So this specific workflow allowed me to connect to a real-time feed or subscribe to a real-time feed and disseminate that information into my solution workflow. And I could configure that into my operational dashboard. Now, these incidents I have taken into RGS Insights to understand uh, more, more insights about this data. It may be thousands, it may be, if you analyze it in historical record, then it is going to be on a larger volume. So you would need such an exploratory workbench to analyze it further. You can see types of incidents, as my dashboard also made it very clear that crime and health are more, and these type of incidents are uh, happening in last 7 days in the country. So you can have a repository of a month or 3 months, depends upon your organization's need. You will be able to use the so this is a bubble chart which is part of the insights, and this is the box chart which allows you to compare the sentiments and the topics. So you can see on the crime, there is a minus sentiments up to 14, minus 14. And you have positive sentiments on transportation. So you have different values, conflict. If there is a positive vibe which has created from a specific incident, that will report. So this is a backend analytics GeoSpark is running, and on the live data, which is also available as a feed that can be consumed by any organization, along with the stability score for the state or the country. Another example is to have a comparison of incidents across state, and if you select a specific incident, these are all interactive card, and you will be able to analyze. If you select crime, you will be able to see the sentiments. So as I mentioned, it has a minus 14, and for a positive note, say for example, some arrest happened, and in that, if some event has happened or some social media comment has been posted, that has a positive sentiment. And it, you can see which are the state. You can see the dark is from Madhya Pradesh. So this state has more set of crimes which has reported in last 7 days. So this is an example of the data exploratory workbench, which also helps you to do situational awareness. And not only just creating cards by drag and drop and configuration, this will help you to share this as a workflow within your organization. So the other peers of your organization in the other states can make use of this specific workflow to explore their set of data, which is very critical to their localized assets, which is there. Now, another example which is created with the same set of data is a web application. I have used the web app builder template to create this web application, and you can see I have configured a lot of tools or widgets which is readily available, like an info summary. So when you click an info summary, it will help me to understand how many total incidents detected, and it will also help me to understand which are those incidents in specific state which is happened. And you will get in Delhi, what is that specific value which has coming, and what date and what time it has come. In Delhi, you have a lot of such incidents which is reported. You have data coming in from different sources, and that also will be able to see in this info summary widget. You will be able to create bookmarks to a specific set of layers or to specific set of states or area, and you will be able to do threat analysis. So this is an example where I configured. So if you take a specific interactive location, and if you want to analyze a specific threat, whether it is a suicide bomb or a large LPG tank or a semi trailer, or if it is a delivery truck which is creating an issue, you can select that, and you can set the meters or feet, whatever units you want to analyze, and you can create the zones. So that will create specific set of layers on fly, and it will help you to take a decision on that. And you can analyze whether this is really going to create an impact near to your asset or not. Now, another example is the emergency response guide. This is another widget which you can configure, and this will help you to understand a specific location. You take that specific location, and you can take whether it is a small spill. So say, for example, if it is a spill, and you want to understand whether it is threatened by fire hazard. So whether it is a isolation place, you need to create, you can give the wind direction and day, so that it will create a zone for the spill. So you can type any material name which is creating a hazard. So it will create a specific zone for you, and this can be made available for you to create a situational awareness on critical assets. So it depends on whether this specific incident reported here and your critical assets in this specific area. You can superimpose this on top of it and analyze whether it is impacting you or not. Business analyst, this is an example, and okay, let me go back and clear this. Right, and the business analyst will give you an option with the demography data also of the country, and you will be able to select a specific report, and you can run a specific report how many demographics. So if it is not specifically to an asset, if specific to a locality, you will be able to analyze this specific tool you can utilize to analyze, to select or create a specific report around it. And it also create options to give you a situational awareness if you select a specific location, or if you select that as your asset location and create buffer of specific area. This will help you to understand, or if I take 100-kilometer buffer, it will have more value. So probably I have to select another area where I have my assets located, and you can see how many employees, total 84 employees, what is the score, what is the count, what is the closest facility which is affecting that with that specific set of incident. And also you will be able to do direction analysis. Editor, smart editor will help you to select a specific layer and do some updates to this event layer. So whether you have taken an action on it or not, you will be able to superimpose different grids. You will be able to run different analytics on top of this specific, like aggregating these points, calculating density. So all these online service based analytics you will be able to configure in your web application, and your specific analyst in the back office will be able to work on this specific set of tools. And you will be utilizing these base map gallery and different layers which is part of this specific analysis on to analyze and to understand a situational awareness on the context. Also, it helps you to create a situational awareness triage. So there are different survey applications. So as I mentioned in my presentation, I have used Survey 123 to create a specific survey form which will help you to gain information from the field. So apart from just the live data, or on the live data, if the field staff need to take an action, you can utilize these Survey 123 application or collector to update the existing situation, or set a context of the current scenario in the organization. So you will be able to use this specific form. I have used with all the fields which is part of my schema of incidents, like incident ID, incident name, type, description. So if some official who is in the field is giving you a live incident update from the field, he will be able to use this specific form to collect this information and provide all these pre-configured set of survey form. He will be able to fill it and send it across, and he will be able to made you aware that whether it's a open status of the incident, or he has seen this incident and taken a review or doing a review of that, whether it has already taken an action and it is closed, and whether it is going to threaten your asset, whether it is impacted, or whether it is live which is happening, that operating status also can be updated. And if he wants to create a report from mobile or in the back office, the same form can be accessed with the same incident ID. One can create a report. So if you select it, create a report, you will be able to submit this, then it will generate a report for you for that specific incident. And another example of incident triage application is the incident status update. Here, already incident is reported either from field or through the live feed which has come in, and you as a back office guy or an field staff, you want to update the incident status, it will be able to do using these specific radio buttons, and by setting create report and providing your email ID, uh, you will be getting that specific in your email. So it is going to create an automated workflow to create a report, and say for example this status has changed from open to under review and from threatened to impacted, and you are submitting this with a specific set of notes. So this will trigger an email alert to the given email ID, so that specific set of people will be informed that there is an incident reported and there is an action taken on that specific incident. So this incident triage update application will help you to configure set of values, and that can be integrated into your Survey 123 application for data updates. This also can be integrated to a mobile application or a web application to see how many are under review and how many are threatened, and what is happening with this set of points. And you will be able to see that in a tabular form. Say for example, if it is a conflict and terrorism, it will expand. So this is again using a specific solution which is part of Esri's solution template, like crowdsourcing, and that will help you to see that specific event which has happened. So conflict and terrorism is the specific activity. You will be able to click on that and change the values, like whether it has impacted, threatened, etc. So that values can be changed and update. So you will get to view the tabular form, you will get to see the map form and the survey form together in this application. Also, you will be able to integrate these kind of workflows into operational dashboard. Just so you are able to see the operational dashboard which is configured for a city. Similarly, as I was showcasing you for a country level number of incidents which has reported and which is come to you for analysis, and you are analyzing it in the back office and taking an action on it by updating it or sending alerts to your field staff, or the field staff is getting this notification, and from the field they are getting they are updating the status of that specific incident. Similarly, this is an example of a city level information. So all these incidents are reported in a city. This example is for Bangalore, and you can see the incidents, fire, and at what time it has reported, in which zone of the city it is. You will be able to analyze those in the infographics card. You will be able to see that the same incident triage application you can embed in this operational dashboard, and you will be able to create or update that specific status of a specific incident. So if you select a specific incident, it will highlight that incident, and you will be able to change the status of that specific incident of the city and set an update, which will give an alert to the appropriate officials. And it can be a set of email IDs who are responsible for that specific zone. It can be, if it is accident, the traffic officials also can be intimated on that. So these kind of workflows can be integrated together at city level. You will be able to bring in CCTV feed also for situational awareness. It is more of surveillance perspective. So that also can be integrated into your operational dashboard. The location is available with you for the CCTV installed location, and you can integrate the feed on a live dashboard, and that can be running in your command control center. And these kind of dashboards will help you for acting upon a situation with a real-time incident is reported, and you will be taking a decision on it. So let me move ahead and show you the situational awareness solution templates, which is part of our ECD stack. So this solution template allows you to configure or kickstart a specific workflow. Like it has a workflow to organize your geographic content. You can configure your web maps. You can deploy different applications. It includes the operational dashboard and web applications, and deliver mission focused applications for the specific situational awareness solution. So this, when you click on get started, you will be taken into this specific page where you can see you have option for maintain situational awareness page, assess impact of an incident. So this is pre-configured web app for you. Instead of this, you can use your own data sources, which will help you to configure it very quickly. The representations, the tool configurations will be there intact. You can configure it with your own data sets, and you will be able to configure it with the live data which is coming from either you can use GeoEvent server or ArcGIS Velocity to take the live feeds on board into GIS, and that services can be consumed inside these applications. So this will help you to configure variety of situational awareness application, and you can stitch all these applications together into this kind of hub site. So hub site can be an initiative by any organization, and where you can have an exposed dashboard and set of applications to the citizens or set of employees who are responsible to act upon it. So it works on initiative basis, and it is a very collaborative platform what ECD is providing you for creating a tailored experience with multiple applications together for situational awareness. Let me go back and conclude my session by giving these insights of solution templates. Like it allows you not only for just situational awareness, for emergency response also. So this emergency managers to this allows emergency managers to identify these threats. It can be incidents, it can be weather incidents, or any different types of incidents which we saw in the demonstration. And it also helps GIS staff to take an action on it by updating or doing an inspection on the field and monitoring the assets on the field, or else to do an analytics like a historical track or archiving of your existing incidents is giving you a pattern. Then the decision makers will be able to take decisions appropriately. So with that, I conclude my session, and I also want to give you an update on the upcoming webinars. The next webinar is on digital twin, which is happening on August 19th. And there are upcoming webinars on NV, and another webinar is for approaching the transforming and geometric network to utility network transformation. So these three are the upcoming webinars in the coming days. I request everyone to register and attend these. And also, I would request you to join in our GeoNet community, which helps you to interact with the GIS peers across the globe and interact with them for getting solutions, or if new innovations are done by any of you, you will be able to share that and get an insight. So with this, I would like to thank everyone, and I hand over the podium to the host for taking the question and answer session. Thank you.